Hey everyone, this is Josh Davis. Welcome back to another video. You join us straight on the grid at Herefordshire Raceway for round number 5 and 6 of the SRK Championship, so the Herefordshire Karting Festival. This is round number 5 in the morning, and we did pretty well in this one. Reason, obviously, why we're on the grid, there was quite a long wait at the start, just because of people changing karts and different things, which I thought was weird, but whatever. But yeah, we're going to see how it goes. We had a pretty good day to us in the morning. The afternoon was a bit of a write-off. I didn't manage to capture the afternoon because I ran out of memory on my GoPro, so we've only got the morning, but that's the one we did really well in. So we're going to see how we go. Lights about to come on any second now, and away we go then. Starting P9, just one of the BSR drivers in front of us cutting us off. Thought we had a pretty decent start, but not enough just to get alongside, so I'm going to have to sit tight in P9, trying to find it around the outside. Not really much going on. She goes down the inside, Tompkins I think her name is, and we follow through. That was Callum Miller just to our left of us. We're side by side there, but we get the inside, and we're up into P8, so doing pretty well. First couple, half a lap, doing quite well. We have a little bit of an opening there, just about get side by side there. There's just about enough space. We've just left the inside open, and then we got someone to our left who's overtaking us, going side by side, and yeah, going through. And that's kind of it. Once you get to the outside in one of these races, you're guaranteed to lose about 3 or 4 positions, which is unfortunate. We had a car spinning there, so we move up into P9 there. But yeah, SRK is just a lot of trains. It's pretty much first like to 4th, maybe they have a train, and then it's literally like 5th down to 11th or something, they have a second train. So it is really hard to make positions, and if you lose the position, you're going to lose about 2 or 3 because everyone just slots through. But that's karting, which is quite nice actually. I kind of like that competitiveness, that literally everyone is so close to each other that like one wrong maneuver and you're losing 3 or 4 positions. I mean, it just goes to show how quick the championship is, and how everything just sort of is, and how close everything is. Trying to have a look on Baker here. We have a look to the inside, defensive quite now, but we do get the switch back on him through the right, but you just don't want to be in that sort of position. But we do get another good exit out of the left-hander, so we're going to have a look down the inside of the bridge. We get the job done, or so we thought, but he's going to come back unless he get a good exit off the exit of the bridge, and we lose P8 once again. And now we're just going to try and stick with it, and hopefully maybe try and catch up to the rest of the leaders. But he was slowing us down quite a bit in this race. We give the finger there just to say, look, let's just try and catch up. Obviously didn't see that, but yeah, once again trying it around the outside, just gets forced onto the grass. But there's not a lot of places we were going to go. We're either going to hit him and lose like 2 seconds, or we go on the grass and we stick with him. But which is sort of like how it is really, you know. You're going to have those drivers who you're going to get stuck behind, but obviously you don't really want to be fighting for P8s in these sort of races. And yeah, you can see there, he does the same, points the fingers to try and catch up. So we're going to let him do that, and hopefully we work as a team just to try and catch up to the rest of the guys. But yeah, it's kind of hard, making a couple of mistakes here and there. We make a massive one there, going way too wide out of the left-hander. You really want to be clipping that little bit of like curve, I guess. It's not really a curve, it's sort of like a white slab in a way. But yeah, you have to get really tight to that wall, and then let the kart drift out to the right-hand side of you. But yeah, it's tough, these races, but they are a lot of fun. So lap 6 of 12, about 50% of the way done there. He goes really wide out of the exit of 2 there, so we really get a run in. But again, going defensive. And originally I always thought, if he's going, what I should have thought in that situation, we get another poor exit, is we probably should have just capitalised. If he's going to go defensive, he obviously has not a lot of intention to try and catch up to the guys. He just wants to try and keep P8. So what I probably should have done was just to attack. My dad was talking to me about this at the end. He was like saying, you should have just attacked in these races, because the points are so close together. Like literally one position could be the difference between like say for example an A final, maybe a C final. that's like, it's so close. And once again, we're getting on the outside. We get the exits done. We try it around the outside there, just get forced out of room. Not as necessarily happy with that one, but unfortunately we have to slot back in there. But yeah, we should have just gone for it. We shouldn't have like said, look, let's just try and catch up, because that's not what these kind of races are about. They're pretty much pay for every position. Sprint races, you know, literally every position counts, and especially in SRK, every single position counts. So it's definitely difficult to try and work as a team when the points are so close together. But we did anyway, and there's not a lot you can do about it. We get a little bit of a nudge from him there, and we lose a little bit of a momentum. But again, have to work from it through the left and then up and towards the hill on the right hand side. Just trying to stick with him. We did really well. What I thought was we did really well, just sticking with him. Obviously, the guy in front, I looked it up, he was an SRK1 driver. So in my head, I'm thinking, look, if I'm sticking with an SRK1 driver, then I'm obviously doing something well, which is a good thing. But yeah, the kart felt nice. Most of the karts in the morning really felt nice, apart from the C final. Thought the kart felt a bit weird in the C. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of that because the GoPro decided to be weird. So we've only got the 3 heats, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll show you all the results after the 3rd heat. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. We're sticking with him. We've pretty much been on his bumper all race, which is good. So we'll take that as a positive. Lap 10 to 12, so about 2 laps to go left in this one. The rest of the heats were 10 laps. I don't know why this one was 12, unless it was just because of the pace. Obviously it is timed, it's not really lapped. It's due on like 5-6 minute heats or whatever it was. So it's pretty much the amount of laps we could do. We shouldn't have gone for a switchback there. It wasn't on, and we've just shot ourselves in the foot and lost all our momentum. That's pretty much where we left off, I think. We didn't really catch up a whole lot after that one, which is a shame. If we just kept our line, we probably would have had something on it, but it is what it is. Lap 11 to 12, so we only got one more lap after this one, and then we finished the heat. But yeah, all in all, what I took from this heat, it was a good heat. Kart felt nice, I felt quick. We were pretty much catching up to some pretty quick guys. We were pretty much sticking with the guy in front all the way through the race. We managed just about to catch up to the guys in front, but pretty much barely catch up, which is a shame, but it is what it is. And P9, you know, we take P9. We didn't lose or gain anything, so that's a positive. But yeah, P9 we will finish in this race as we enter the final lap here. There's not a lot we could do at this point in time, but yeah, I'll take a P9 out of it for the first heat. Obviously the points weren't like, they weren't heavy points. I think we only scored about 8 points from this, but you know, I wasn't expecting much from this race. You know, it is quote unquote my home track, if you like, in quotation marks. But yeah, I wanted to do well. Obviously I want to do well at every single round, but you know, I'm not expecting to like win every race or win a final or whatever it is. But yeah, we take a P9 out of that first heat. Didn't gain position, didn't lose a position. We were fighting an SRK1 driver at the end of the day, so I'll take that massively, which is always good. But yeah, hopefully heat two goes a little bit better than heat 1 there. But yeah, lots to take from it, and a lot of things we can do differently, a lot of things we can do better. But yeah, not too bad for the first heat, and see what we can do for heat number 2. Right, so starting at the pit lane for heat number 2 then. I think we're starting P5, I think, in this heat. There's a lot of quick drivers in here. If you notice in front, Sam Slater was in front of us in this one, and he's no foreigner from pretty much dominating SRK races. Past champion, I think, whatever. But yeah, we're going to try and see what we can do from this one. Again, not expecting a lot, just see what we can do, and hope for some points. Maybe hope to stay P6, maybe P5 might be nice. But yeah, we're going to see what we can do from this one. Hopefully we get going as soon as possible. Just having a look to the back of us just to see who was in the seat. Had a lot of quick drivers in this heat, so we're going to try our best to try and stay in front, but as always in SRK, it's always easier said than done. I think is a good way of putting it, as let's go on any second now. Marshall points to the lights, and away we go straight away, and we have a really good start, actually one of the best starts we've had all morning, as we get alongside Callum Miller and we get the job done. So we're up into P5 already. Some say it goes for the move down the inside. We try to follow through, just get nudged in the back, and we have to settle in for P5. So yeah, still pushing away, still plugging away in this one, trying to catch up and obviously defend at the same time. And it's really hard to just sort of defend and attack at the same time. It's quite a craftful way of putting it, but we know we're quick. This kart felt nice as well. Kart number 1, I think a lot of people were saying it was pretty much the best kart of the day, so which was always good to hear, that you're in a fast kart, and you could already tell as we were pretty much catching up to these guys, staying with them for as long as possible, and hoping for something good as we start lap number 2. So after one lap we've kept one position, we've made one position up, and now we're hunting down pretty much P3, maybe even P2 in this race, as Sam Slater goes for another move down the inside, didn't really get the job done. Guy in front had a look for a switchback, once again just not getting the exit, has a little bit of a tap on the wall, but we tried for a switchback, and obviously had to fail short on the exit through to the left-hander, and now trying to find something. He's going to have a look down the inside, and it's gone wrong, and so we've had to take avoiding action through to the left-hand side, which has caused a little bit of a pile-up on the ramp at the end of the final corner, and so we're up into P4, and we've also got a pretty big gap to P5 now. So now we can just try and focus on our race and maybe try and catch up to the podium guys up in front. A horrible exit there, as you can see, it's just trying to chuck the cart away, just trying to push it along as best as we can. But yeah, we're doing well so far. P4 in this one after 3 laps, which I'll really take. And so our main goal now was to just try keep these positions going. Obviously in my head I was thinking, hang on, we could maybe try and catch up and maybe make some moves, but probably not going to happen. It didn't happen in the end, but yeah, just trying to set fast laps, which we did in the end. We did a really good lap, 34.440 something I think we did, which I was really happy with. We're about 3/10 off the fastest lap of the heat, which was the leader. I think he did a 34.1 or a 34.0, something like that. So yeah, really quick laps being set from these guys, which is always nice to see. And we were doing some laps that we haven't done in a long time. Obviously heavier fuel loads with the endurance. I think slower karts for the sprints. Obviously these felt a little bit quicker than the karts I've been using for the sprint championship up at Hereford. I don't know if it's different chassis or something like that, wherever it is, I don't even know, but they felt quicker. I was going quicker than I have been at Hereford in their club championships, if you like. I've been averaging maybe high 34s, and that's been quick laps, which has put me pretty much fastest lap of the heats, fastest lap of the finals, and so on and so forth. Whereas we were getting into the real low 34s, and I think someone did a 33.9 in the end. So really quick laps being set. So I don't know if it was something different or they felt quicker. There was new tyres on a few of the karts, which might have played a difference, but I don't know. It felt quicker either way. But yeah, what I was really proud of though is I felt like we were sticking to Sam Slater. He wasn't really getting away, but we weren't really closing in. We were just sort of keeping that margin together, which I quite liked. So I think our pace is pretty good. And after this heat, I really did think we are doing pretty well today. So I think something could definitely be on the cards, and something could potentially happen. We could get a very decent result, as I just said. I keep repeating myself, but I don't really know what to say anything else. But yeah, doing well. P4 at the moment with about 3 laps left to go. We're starting lap 8 now of 10, so back to the 10 lap heats. It's probably down to how many laps you take. Obviously, as I said, it's not laps heats, it's timed heats, which I think would probably be better if it was lapped heats it make a bit of sense, because then you have a rough estimate of how many laps you do, and I think everyone pretty much got about 10-ish, apart from my first heat, which got 12. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, round in the final corner now to start lap number 9. We have a pretty decent gap in front, and I was just pointing to my dad there, you know, things are looking good. We're in a really, really good position here. Currently sat P4. We're pretty much keeping a steady gap. We're not really dropping off massively. We're not losing any time to the guys behind. You know, we're doing really well at the moment. So I knew our pace was nice, and I was thinking, you know, we were doing pretty well. And for the first time in a while, I felt like I had my confidence back up, and I had sort of a nice little bit of a, how'd you say, sort of like a form in a way, sort of growing back on me as we start the last lap of this heat. But yeah, we're doing well, which is always nice. But yeah, it's nice to have that little bit of form back, a little bit more of confidence, you know. I've been racing these past few events, and it's not been well, you know. I think our last good event probably was the season prologue of SRK back at Castle Coombe. Hereford round 1 was good, really strong up until the finals, obviously, but there's not a lot I could have done about that. Chequered Flag 4s, we have finished P4 in that one, really happy. But yeah, the form was just really nice today. We kept a good speed going. We were really happy with that. But yeah, I couldn't fault the day. The afternoon was a little bit of a write-off, but to be honest, at that point I really didn't care. I was just happy to be a part of it, you know, be quick, be competitive. And I sort of thought to myself, this is like my actual pace, this is how quick I can be in these C finals, you know. I can really give something to these guys, you know. I can push when I can, and it's really nice when all sort of the hard work and things over how many years I've been karting, 5 I think, sort of comes together. But you know, it's nice to know, and it was really satisfying getting that P4 in the end. But we move on to the final heats of the day, of the morning. This was heat 3, and this is our highest grid position we have, starting P2 in this one. And our car felt like an absolute rocket ship. This thing was really nice to drive, and we tried to do as best as we could here. But I think in this one, it just sort of slipped away from us, just from silly mistakes from myself. But again, it was a decent result either way. You'll find out at the end of this one. But yeah, this one sort of got away. We could have done better, but it is what it is. As a red light goes on and the green light gets away right about now, and we get a brilliant start once again. We're pretty much right on the bumper of P1 there. We just about cut off P3, thinking about a move down the inside, but it's probably best we didn't. And now our chance is just to try and defend and try and stick to the back of P1, and maybe try and fight for this heat win. You never know in these ones, and what a way we could do it if we did win. Just trying to catch up there. A little bit of a mistake. We got a cart really on the back of us here, so we go a little bit defensive to the right hand side. We gain time on the guy in front, and I thought his cart just didn't feel very quick in a straight line, just didn't really feel quick at all. So I knew something could be done as we flew to the left hand side. We get a really good run in here, so we're gonna have to look. No, we're just gonna sit in just for now. He goes a little bit wide. We don't make a brilliant exit out of the final corner either, so we're just gonna have to sit in once again. Lap 2 of 10. Got a little bit of a gap behind us. We just have a look to our right, see if there's anyone there. No, there isn't, so we're gonna go attacking into this corner, flick towards the right and flick towards the left, and now we're really on the back of the guy in front. Just try and push our way through, and push our way through under the bridge, through to the left-hander. He goes really wide out this corner, so we have a little bit of a look on, so we're going to go for it down the inside. It was just so close, bit of a squeeze. We try and catch up, and now someone's really on our backside, so we try and have a look to that inside. He covers it off very well, and we just can't get the job done. We've gone into the back of him, and now the guy just to our left of us gets a massive overspeed out of the corner. We're going to dive it back to the inside. We're momentarily in P2, back down to P3, and this is where you do not want to be. round the outside, we get pushed out once again, trying to push our way through. We just get caught on his cart, and he goes down to us on the left-hand side, just pushing us out of the way, and we have to settle P4. We lose another position to Payne's in front of us, down into P5, and maybe even P6. So the guy to the right of us just pushes off the track. Not entirely sure what his plan was there, and we've lost, what, 3 positions in about the space of 2 corners, and that is the train at SRK. That's literally what it is. You lose 1 position, you're going to lose 3 others. That's the way it is, unfortunately. Just how close these tracks are, how close the competition is, I guess, that's sort of the way. Ben Payne's goes for a move down the inside. He's been really forced out, so now it's another chance to try and go for it, but once again just stuck to the outside. You do not want to be on this outside at all. If you get on the outside, you're going to lose a position. Thankfully we don't there, but now we are really on the back of Barker just in front of us here, which was pretty much similar to Heat 1, so I was immediately thinking this is not how it's going to end like it is in Heat 1. I want to get this P4 just to get as maximum points as possible from this heat, as he makes a little bit of a mess up out of the left-hander, so we're really on the back of him now. Just can't get anything done just yet. We're going to have to maybe have a look down the inside. No, we're just going to sit in once again and hope for maybe a mistake, maybe a spin out, if anything. But yeah, at this point I was pretty disappointed that we lost P2, because we had a look for P1, but it was just so tight. The gap was there, and then as I made the move we were side by side and the gap just disappeared in a flash, really, which is unfortunate, but not a lot you could have done there. We get a really good exit out of the left-hander, so already we're trying to have a look to the inside here. Coming off the ramp, we're pretty much pushing through the corner, so we're going to send it to the inside, a little bit rough and tap. We give him the armpits, and I thought it was a little bit of a rough one, but we make the move happen. We go through there. We do get a warning for that one, thankfully. I was so happy that wasn't a give position back or a penalty or anything, but yeah, I thought it was aggressive, but it was fair in the end. But thankfully nothing else doing out of that one, and now we can just try and focus for the last 3 laps of this race, and hopefully something goes our way as we head under the ramp and through into the left-hander, just trying to catch up to the guys in front and maybe try and defend as well. Under the ramp through the final corner, the guys in front are just slowly getting away from us as someone else behind us gets a warning. Not really sure who it was, but we had a pretty decent-ish gap at the moment, so we could afford to go attacking, just to set those fast laps if we wanted to, but yeah, just plugging away and just trying to finish this race in as high position as possible. Yeah, as we come under the ramp there, through to the left and through to the right, only about 3-2 laps left in this race. P4 at the moment, so we're doing pretty well. Obviously a bit disappointing that we couldn't finish in a higher position. We could have stuck P2 or maybe even win the heat, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. I'd take a P4 any day of the week. 2 P4s and a P9, which could have been a P8 and a P1 maybe, or a P2, whatever, you know, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I was calculating just this afternoon, just sort of what it would take to get into those higher sort of positions, if you like, and pretty much calculated that you kind of need, if you want to get some good finals, a B final, you're going to have to look at maybe 2 podiums and somewhere higher in the top 5, maybe something like that. 40 points would get you something really good. 45 points will get you some good finals, which we did in the end. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head where we were in the points at the moment, but we come around the final corner here to finish the heat. We did really well right on the final corner. We do keep P4 in the end as we come to the checkered flag. I point to my dad, you know, it's okay, we did all right there. That's what we wanted. We wanted something good. We got a high position, so you can't fault it, which is good. Yeah, we could have got a podium in the heat out of it. We could have got second. We could have won it. We didn't. That is what it is. We got P4, so I can't take that away from us. But yeah, really good. I said in the early one, unfortunately, we didn't get any of the C final. We did qualify for the C final. We qualified 6th in the end. Again, the kart wasn't great in the C final, and it sort of stepped away from us in the final lap. We lost about 3 positions in the final lap just from tapping and budging and everything, which was a shame. But hey, what can you do? Yeah, it was a good day either way. And we ended up P10, I think, in the C finals. We have the results there, and we did win the SRK2 Masters class, which I was just so happy with. That was the main target of doing SRK. This whole thing, you know, I was thinking about doing it. I had it on my mind for about a year or two, saying, you know, what if we entered SRK? What if we did this? And yeah, just so happy to get a trophy out of that one. 32nd overall in that one, and 4th in SRK2, and winning SRK Masters. I was really happy with that one, and you can see my mug there. It's just very ugly, but never mind. But yeah, that was the main sort of target of the day, really, was get as good points as possible. And the whole target of the championship was to get a trophy, just to try and either us a podium or a win, whatever. I wanted a trophy, and we ended up doing it in two. It took us two events to win one, which I was really happy with, really pleased. As you can see the championship results up there for Cirque 2 there. Top 10 pretty close together. But yeah, we move up to 18th in the Cirque 2 standings, currently P3 in the Masters Championship. But yeah, I couldn't be happier with that one at all. You know, it was a very good day. And obviously, if I could have been there for Brighton, if I could have been there for Formula Fast, who knows where I'd be in the championship, who knows what I could have got. But yeah, I was just so happy to be up there, just to sort of win the race, win the Masters, and everything went really well. And it's nice finally to have a little bit of form back and a little bit of sort of happiness back when I'm karting, which is always nice. But yeah, I think that's going to pretty much do it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Apologies, it is a little bit short, and I didn't get the C final, and I didn't get the afternoon event, but the less said about the afternoon event, the better. But yeah, really happy. Once again, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, share, all that malarkey. I might video third round of Hereford, which is on Sunday. It depends how I feel, and depends on the memory of the GoPro. But yeah, thanks all very much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.